Hi, welcome, welcome. Take a few breaths wherever you are, um, and just close your eyes. So you just take a few breaths, follow your breath with the intention of being mindful of the right now. Couple more breaths in and out, and then we're going to switch things up. All right. Wherever you are, come down onto your belly.
Katie, Kendall, Katie, Kendall, Katie.
And we're going to take a really gentle hip opener. This is my favorite one right now, or maybe ever. You're going to bring your left cheek down to the mat, and your right knee is going to slide up so that it's maybe parallel with the right hip. It's just a nice open hip position. Your right hand can be resting maybe in goal post. And then that left arm, do whatever feels good. I find that having my left arm lying down by my side feels really nurturing. And my palm is face up on that left side. Well, my palm is face down on the right. And as you're here, you're just breathing in and out. We haven't put any kind of parameters on the breath right now. You're following your breath in and out. As you breathe in, do you notice any tension anywhere within the body? And as you breathe out, see if you can let some of that tension go. Our bodies are so ready for the next thing that's going to happen that oftentimes we carry tension in places we don't even realize, where we feel like we're softening and we're releasing, and yet somewhere within the body it's hanging on. The tension's just hanging on. For me right now, I feel it in the left side of my neck. So I'm having to be really mindful about softening in that space. And in this type of pose, we stay for a while. So if in your mind you're, okay, when are we moving on yet? Other side? See if you can soften those thoughts and just allow yourself to be here. You have a couple more breaths right here. And then we'll switch sides. This is a great pose. In general, in life, if you start to feel a little bit like you can't come into your body, like you're kind of spinning up into anxiety, take a few breaths or even more, come down to your belly and take on this half frog pose. Okay, breathe in, and as you breathe out, slide that right leg back. You're gonna turn your right cheek now to the mat, so you're looking left. And now slide the left knee up. Now it's that right arm's turn to just be resting down by your side, palm face up. Left arm is kind of in that goalpost position. The eyes are closed. Your connection with your breath is maybe even stronger now. Your ability to sense tension within the body, it's more insightful now. That's it. Just sink and melt into your mat. Still scanning into the body. Where do you feel tension? And you signal the body to let go. I hadn't known it, but my left shoulder I was holding it up instead of letting it sink down towards the mat as well. It's a constant assessing where you are, making adjustments as needed to the breath, to the body. A couple more breaths right here. And take a big breath in. And slide that left leg back onto the mat. Plant the hands underneath your shoulders. And you're going to press it back into a child's pose. So either way, big toes touching, knees wide, heart sinking towards the mat. Or if it feels better to have the knees narrow, you do you. So just a reminder, in our flow classes, just as in any of our Kaya classes, you're in charge. You know your body better than anyone. And so you take what has been offered and you make an educated choice by listening into the body Is any modifications that help you? And then leave anything that doesn't serve you. Take a breath in, come into tabletop position. And from here, you're just gonna move intuitively, just however it feels good. If you wanna go right into some cat and cow, then you're more than welcome to do that, especially if that's what your body is asking for right now. Right now, I feel like I need to get in some lateral bends and some motion through the hips. You do you. And we're gonna find a nice neutral tabletop. So find a space where the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and then we're gonna get nice and strong there within the core. And from here, you're gonna send the right foot out back. So that right leg is lifted. Left arm's gonna reach forward. Find yourself nice and stable here. The right hip bone is pointed down towards your mat, not out through the side. So from here, we're gonna do something kind of crazy. We're gonna bring the right knee out to the right and the right or the left elbow out to the left. So we're kind of crunching into the sides. And then we take the arm and the leg back out again, nice and long. Here we go, crunch through the side. Inhale, leg and arm lengthen. One more, we crunch towards the side. Woo, lengthen. And exhale as you bring that left hand down and the right knee down. Re-engage through the core if you lost it. And then send that left leg, reach it long behind you, square that left hip to the mat. Right arm reaches forward, right thumb is up. Nice and strong here, find that stability. And here we go, crunch it into the side. Right elbow moves laterally towards the side. Left knee moves laterally over to that left side. And inhale as you bring that arm and leg back through center. Here we go. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, length. Let's do one more for kicks. Crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale as you bring the right hand down, left knee. Okay, right leg, lift it up, send it out back. Our core is nice and strong. We're gonna add in some little heel lifts here, little leg lifts. That motion comes from the glute. It's not going to be a big movement and you don't wanna be arching your spine each time you lift. Core is strong, it's just that leg, lift, 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 just tiny lifts. 3, 2, hold. Now we're gonna take that right foot, tap it back behind you and over to the left of the left foot. So it taps over to this side, back through center. Taps over across the back, lift it up. We've got 3 more of those and lift. Tap and lift, tap and lift. Hold, right knee comes down to the mat. Okay, left leg's turn. Send it out back. Find some nice stability through the core. Here we go, little lifts. Remember that's from the glute. There's no arching of the back. In fact, draw the navel towards the spine. little lifts, little lifts, little lifts. 3, 2, hold. Okay, here we go. Left foot taps over to the right side of the mat. Back through center. Tap across the back and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Left knee back down underneath that hip. Sit it back, child's pose. Get a nice little stretch in here. Those hips, the back of the hips are starting to light up a bit. Inhale into your tabletop. And tuck those toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedaling it out here once you get here. So you find that inverted V shape. And then you allow your opposite knee to bend, pressing the heel into the earth. Walk in the dog. You find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Lifting the tailbone towards the sky, allowing some softness in the knees if that's what it takes to lengthen the spine. So instead of having really straight legs and a rounded spine, I'm going to soften through the knees and lengthen through the spine. From here, I'm going to walk my hands back towards my feet. We're going to hang in ragdoll, so maybe separate the feet just a bit. Bring the hands towards the crooks of the elbows and allow a little bit of softness here through the head and neck and spine as you take ragdoll. If it feels good to add a little bit of a sway, then you can take that. Releasing the hands down, one vertebra at a time, you roll it up. Crown of the head is the last to lift. And we take the feet and heel toe them to maybe hip width apart or a little more narrow. Shake out the knees just a bit. Send the arms up and over the head. Reach and exhale as you bring the arms down to the sides. Inhale, reach it up. And as you exhale this time, take it into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now this time, on your inhale, reverse swan dive. So we have a nice long spine. We reach the arms up. There we go. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive into your fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, long spine, reach high. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands and pause in plank. Just pause right here. We've all been getting a lot more attention into this plank as we've been doing our plank challenge. So maybe after class here, you'll finish up that plank for the day. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, knees lower, press it back, child's pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, child's. Inhale, plank. Exhale, child's. Breathe it into plank and hold here. Now we're gonna lower it down either from knees or from the toes, nice and slow. Elbows slide past the sides of the body. Untuck those toes, press the tops of your feet firmly into your mat. Lift your heart into a nice beady cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out if you need to. You have a couple of breaths right here, so move how you need to before you find your stillness in that down dog. Next breath in, lift those heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and make your way into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach, arms to the sky. This time, as you exhale, sit into chair pose. So hips down and back, arms reach nice and long, reaching above the head. Okay, so option in chair, arms can be reaching high, or some days we need hands at heart center, and that's where we are, and that's what we take. So listen into the body. How lovely, we have rain today. I don't know if you have some around where you are, but rain feels cleansing. Stay in that chair. In fact, sink just a little bit lower. Stay light on the toes. So the toes can barely touch the mat, right? But the heels and the back 2/3 of the foot are really nice and grounded. Stay there. Breathe in. All right, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale as you plant the hands, step back to your plank. You're gonna lower it down, nice and steady. Breathe in into a cobra, or maybe you'd like to come on up into an up dog. You choose. And then tuck those toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. We're gonna really open the hips today. And so we're gonna start with the right leg, reach it nice and high, stretch, and then bend that knee, stack the right hip on the left, and find this hip opener. Where do you feel it? As you're opening the hip, are you soft through that left heel? Or do you find yourself pressing strongly into the earth with the toes? See if you can soften a little that left foot down to the mat a little bit. It's not a forcing, it's just an allowing. It's giving that foot space to kind of soften here. Circling that right ankle, one direction and then the other. We're gonna breathe in, lengthen that right leg, and bring the right knee to the right tricep. Inhale, right leg reaches long. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Inhale, reach it long, three-legged dog. Now exhale as you bring the right foot between the hands and drop the left knee down. We're coming into a nice low crescent. So reaching the arms up high, and the tailbone, we're gonna lengthen it towards the earth. We're gonna take a deep breath in, reach the fingertips to the sky. Exhale as you slide those hips forward. Inhale, the hips come back through center. Exhale, hips slide forward. Inhale, back up a bit. Exhale, slide forward and hold here. Maybe hands want to come to heart center. Our focus is the hips And we get a lot in the arms as well. So if at some point you need to just take hands to heart center, that's okay. Where is your intention today? All right, we're going to take the left hand. Drop the left hand to the inside of that right foot. Tuck the toes on the left and reach the right arm to the sky for a dragonfly twist. Exhale as you bring that right hand down to the mat. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Find some stillness. It's time for the left leg. Reach it high, nice and strong. Bend that knee. Stack the left hip over the right hip. And soften through that right foot now. Can that heel just soften towards your mat? And then circling the left foot one direction and then the other. Inhale, re-extend that leg. Exhale, left knee to tricep. Inhale, long. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale it long. Exhale, left knee plant, or left foot rather, plants between the hands. My left knee is above that left ankle and I lower down the right knee. You can keep those right toes tucked if you want, or you can untuck them and put the top of that right foot on the mat. Inhale, arms reach high, low crescent. And settle in here, dropping the tailbone towards the earth a bit. Feeling the opening on the front of that right hip. We're gonna breathe in, lift the fingertips higher. Exhale as you bring those hips forward and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward just a bit. Inhale, lift. And exhale, forward. Maybe you want to take hands to heart center here. I've dropped into some Ujjayi breath. So in through the nose and out through the nose. Okay, we're gonna take the right hand to the inside of that left foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. Left arm reaches to the sky, dragonfly twist. Breathe in. Exhale as you bring that left hand down to the mat. Step it back to your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, lift those heels now. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Make your way by stepping or hopping to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and wrap your arms around those legs. Inhale, chair pose. We won't be here forever, I promise. In fact, on your breath out, just fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back and lower it all the way down. Breathe into your cobra or up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Right leg, reach it up. Bend, stack, and open through that side. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, knee towards the chest, and plant that right foot between the hands. Inhale, full crescent. Arms reach high, that left knee is lifted. As you exhale, you're gonna bring that left hand to the inside of that right foot, reaching the right arm to the sky, dragonfly twist. Inhale, crescent. Listen up, here we go. This is gonna take a little bit more. We're gonna step forward that left foot and tap into chair. So we're in chair here, and we'll take that leg back to crescent. And we're gonna tap it forward, left leg taps back. So we're actually gonna keep this weight in that right leg for the most part, reaching that left leg back and tapping forward. We've got 2 more. Tap it forward and back, forward and back. Crescent lunge proper. I don't know. That's really what you'd say. It felt right in the moment, proper. So now we're really finding that crescent lunge again. And exhale as you bring the hands down to frame the foot, step it back, go straight to downward dog. Left leg, reach it high. Bend that knee, stack the left hip over the right. Inhale, re-extend that leg. Exhale, left knee to chest and plant the left foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Arms reach high. Tailbone just reaches towards the earth. On your exhale, right hand down to the inside of that left foot. Dragonfly twist, or this is sometimes called the easy twist. Inhale, crescent. And now this is where we bring that right foot forward into chair, we tap. Tap, right foot back. And tap. So arms come and tap it back. Just keep with that motion, tap forward, right leg back. Hands at heart center or reaching high above the head. 2, last 1, tap it forward. Now step it back. Here's that crescent lunge once again, reach it high. And exhale as you bring the hands down, step it back and find downward facing dog. Unless you want to do that chaturanga, you take the chaturanga if you'd like it. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. We got our chair pose. Here we go. Take those arms into goalpost arms. You're gonna take, I'm gonna mirror you, your left arm underneath the right. We're coming into eagle arms. Okay. And now we're gonna take that left knee, left leg, and wrap it up and over the right. So maybe the left toes touch the earth. Maybe they wrap around that calf. But as you're here, lift the elbows just a bit. Take a big breath in. We're gonna do a crunch here, or 3. Elbows towards the knees you go as you breathe out. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Last time, you've got this. Inhale, lift. Hold, hold, hold. Now, unwrap the arms. Reach up. Unwrap the legs. Chair pose. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Here we go. Arms at goalpost. Right arm under the left. Get those arms nice and stable. Now take that right leg, wrap it up and over the left. Option for the toes or to do the wrap around the calf. You do you. Once you're nice and steady, we crunch it in. Elbows towards the knees we go as we breathe out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. We got one more, crunch it in. Inhale, lift. Now, just the arms unwind, reach up. And legs unwind, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the earth. Step it back. Find a child's pose. You choose the version. And sit those hips back and soften into the mat. On your next breath in, come into a tabletop position. Now we're going to take that right knee. We're going to lift it up. Take the right knee to the left side of the left leg, back behind you. So now your legs are crossed, okay? We're going to sit the hips back. You can walk your hands back and walk them forward. Or you can just shift the hips back and forward, back and forward. So a breath in as you're coming forward, exhaling as you kind of sit back into the hips. And we're gonna find with these crossed legs, a little bit of cat-cow. So now we are going into that cat-cow with a different leg variation. So we're gonna take a breath in, look up, drop the belly, tilt the tailbone up. Now exhale, tuck the chin, arch the spine, tuck the tailbone in. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Next inhale, come to neutral. And we will unwind that right knee. Find your nice neutral tabletop. Now it's the left leg's turn. Lift that left knee and cross it over the right. Okay, we've got these crossed legs. And now we move forward and back. Forward and back. Noticing how maybe this feels different on this side of the body than the other. Does one side feel more locked up? This side feels more awkward for me and tight. Find neutral. And we take it to cat-cow. Inhale, look up, drop the belly, tilt the tailbone towards the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, arch the spine, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. This is the last time as we go into cat. Tuck it in. Inhale to neutral and unwind that left knee. Shift it back, child's pose. Inhale, finding a tabletop. You're gonna cross the ankles behind you and rock back over your feet. We're coming into, we're gonna do a seated figure 4. So we're gonna take the right ankle and cross it over the left knee. Okay, so right now my left foot is really kind of far away from my hips. The closer that you scooch that foot that's on the ground towards the hips, the more intense the stretch is going to be on the outside of that right hip. And then here, if it feels good, to gently rock the knees from side to side. Then maybe you add just gentle movement. It's not a fast, it's not a pushing into extreme ranges of motion. It's just gentle, you know, like you're rocking a baby. Hold here, and unwind. Right foot now is down on the mat. We'll take the left ankle and cross it over the right knee. So take a few breaths just with some stillness if you want to add movement. Try get some stillness first. And then decide how far do you need to scooch that right heel towards the hips. For me, this side, it just seems like I have a lot more range here. Now add in a little bit of that rocking of the knees from side to side if that feels good. Find some stillness and unwind. From here, you're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, knees fall out to the side, and we're gonna lower it down. So I'm using my arms forward, palms face up, as I just lower all the way onto my mat with my knees nice and wide. Fingertips gently behind the ears. Okay, now here's the trick, okay? We want the inner upper thigh, so that the hip, at the hip, to be really soft, okay, and not a lot of tension here. As we do these little crunches, we want to activate the core. We want to leave the hip flexors out of it, which is why we've taken the knees out to the side. But notice there might be this tendency to tighten up at the hips. So fingertips gently behind the ears. Belly button draws towards the spine. We lift, and we're actually going to pause here in this lifted position. And just notice what's happening here at the hips and allow this space to be soft, and for the knees should just seem nice and wide and open. Bring the head down towards the mat. Exhale, bring it up, belly button towards spine. Hold it here, soft through the knees. Soft through the hips. We're still elevated through the shoulders. Bring the shoulders down to the mat. Exhale, we lift. Mindful of the hips. We lower it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale it back. We've got 2 more just like that. Exhale, lift. Inhale it back. Exhale, lift. Inhale it back. Now let your head just completely rest down on the mat. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Hands to the outside of the thighs, okay? From here, you're gonna press, so it's gonna take work from your upper body and your lower body here, but you're gonna use your hands to press into the sides of the thighs, and the thighs are pressing into the hands. So you're feeling the glutes turn on here. It's kind of this iso, just, your legs are staying where they are, your arms are staying where they are, but you've got this tension. 3, 2, 1. Now soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Go ahead and bring those arms to goalpost arms, or actually even just arms out to the side, palms face up. Let the eyes close down. We've done a lot of work to allow the inner upper thighs to allow for space within the hips, to open up the hips. Now, this might be a lot for some of us. So if you find that it's like, ooh, just laying here with the knees out to the side, if you start to notice there's tension in the inner upper thighs, then bring a block or couch pillows or whatever underneath those thighs as you're in this cobbler or butterfly position to allow the knees to just rest open, okay? But feeling like they have support, because as soon as the body feels like, that's a little too much, what happens is those muscles that you're trying to lengthen start to go into a state of contraction, which is what we are trying to avoid. So if you don't have blocks or those couch cushion pillows, I will use my fists, and I put my fists kind of right at my hips. So like the very top portion of that femur bone, that thigh bone. And so the thighs just rest right there. My shoulder blades are kind of tucked under my body as I do this, because I don't want to compromise the openness of my chest, my heart space, my lung space. We have a few more breaths right here. The gift of the present moment. Is that anxiety has drifted kind of away from the consciousness and unconsciousness, and you just are. So following your breath. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your thighs or your knees and guide the knees up. And now take the feet wide on the mat, so about mat width apart, and let the knees just fall together. So kind of in this tented position. This is a little bit of a rebound. We had very open hips here through the front of the hips. And now we're just softening all of that just a bit by bringing the knees together. Arms can still be out to the sides. Deep breath in through the nose, heel to the feet, kind of back to the center of the mat. From here, you're going to turn onto your right side and put your right ear on your right bicep. And we're going to take the left foot or ankle into our left hand. We're going to open up here. So this, you can think of this as kind of a quad stretch, a little bit. Soft through the front of that thigh. That left knee is in line with the left hip instead of floating to the sky. Now from here, I'm going to ask you to kick into that left hand. So this is kind of like a little bit of that half bow pose, but on our side. So you're kicking into that left hand now. We're going to kick and press into that hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, now soften and see if that heel comes closer to the glutes now. Nice activation of the quads and then releasing and getting a little bit more of a stretch there. Breathe in, gently release that left leg. Turn onto your back, roll over to the left side. Come on to your left side in preparation for the right-sided quad stretch or bow. We're gonna put the left ear on the left bicep, reach back for that right foot or ankle. Kind of check and see, is that right knee in line with the hip or does it want to float up? Draw it back in line with the hip. Take a few breaths here and then we'll get into some of that active stuff. Okay, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, start to press that foot into the right hand. And like you're taking on that half bow on your side a bit. And then we kick into the hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften. Returning back to more of that stretch. Breathe in, gently release that right foot. Roll onto your back, Draw the knees into the chest, nice big squeeze here, and take happy baby. So the soles of the feet to the sky, reach up for the feet, and then add some motion with happy baby if that feels good to you. And the soles of the feet come back down to the mat, arms out to the sides like a T, palms face up. Rock the knees over to the right side of your mat, look left for a spinal twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees now rock over to the left side of the mat. You look towards the right. Inhale back through center. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a really tight squeeze here. Tightest little ball you can make for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow yourself to just lengthen and spread out onto your mat. This is also where the pillow comes in handy. If you have a blanket nearby, put it on over you, or maybe you just want to put something over your eyes so that you can have a little more peace through the eyes. And just let yourself melt into the mat. Back to that body scan. Where do you feel tension? Where can you soften even more? Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to pump those arms, bending at the elbows. Now you're going to take a full body stretch while you're on your back. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center, right there on your back. Stay there. Let yourself be there. A moment of gratitude for your efforts, for being here with the rest of us, holding us accountable to take care of ourselves. Filling your cup, because you know you need to fill the cup before you can pour into any other cup. Inhale, maybe the thumbs come to the forehead center. Namaste. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you have time, allow yourself some time to just be on your mat and continue with your Shavasana. Maybe even an extra 5 minutes. It'll do you some good. If you're ready to head into the rest of your day, can do it. Go do it. And have a good one.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Oh, hey, Kristen. Hi, Mona. Oh,
Hi.
wow, Kristen, it's been so long. You're on mute. I'm gonna unmute you. How you doing?
Good.
Wow.
I'm back.
Yay.
I know.
So good to hear that. Wow.
The classes, that was so good. That's just what I needed. I needed some Meg. Little
You-
Meg in my life.
Man, I have missed you. Thank you for showing up. I'm gonna be looking for you.
Oh, good. Yeah. Kick my butt if I don't show up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, hi, Julia. How are you? Paula, I hope you're just resting in Shavasana. Yeah. All right. You guys take care.
All right. Good to
Sign
see
up for your
you.
classes for the rest of the week. Prep your food, make it easy for you. And it'll be an awesome week.
Yes. And come get some veggies later.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Is your garden like
Huge.
bursting of?
It's got lots of promise. It's not there yet, but
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Few weeks. So yeah.
All right. We
Yeah.
started too. We can see a little bit of squash. I'm like,
Oh.
ooh, like the little ball kind of zucchini. The green zucchini, the ball zucchini.
Yeah. The
So we have
edible one.
several of those, and I'm like excited. I'm like, ooh,
Don't you go out and look at them and go, come on, come on.
totally. They say that
Okay.
helps the plants grow. Bye,
Well,
Karen.
Bye,
breathing
Meg.
on them does, yeah. All right, well, I will let you get back to your day, but hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Take
All right.
care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.